Your child just asked you where money comes from, or maybe they spotted a coin on the ground and asked if they could keep it. That moment, that tiny spark of curiosity, is the perfect time to open their very first savings account. And here is the exciting part. Research from the University of Cambridge, as reported by Brigham Young University's Marriott School, shows that money habits are largely formed by age 7. Opening a real account early is not just a nice idea. It is one of the most concrete things you can do to support a child's financial future. A separate study from the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that elementary school students who had savings accounts in their own names showed higher expectations for their own futures. An account is not just a place to store money. It is a signal to a child that their financial life matters. So today, we're going to walk through the whole process together. We will cover what kind of account to look for, what documents to gather, how the actual visit works, and most importantly, how to make your child feel like the real owner of this account, because they are. Let's start with a question many parents do not think to ask first. Can your child open an account on their own? The short answer is no. Children cannot open savings accounts independently. A parent or guardian must set up the account on their behalf. There are two structures you will most commonly be offered. The first is a joint account, which is co-owned by both you and your child, with you retaining supervisory control. The second is a custodial account, which is legally owned by the child but fully managed by the adult until the child reaches the age of majority in your country, which is right for your family. Both give your child their name on an account, which matters enormously for that sense of ownership. The main difference is about legal control as they grow up. Ask your bank to explain the specific rules in your location, because the age at which a child gains full control varies from one country to another. Now, before you walk through any door or click any link, spend a little time comparing 2 or 3 local banks or credit unions. You're looking for 5 specific things, and every single one of them matters. First, no monthly maintenance fee. A fee that quietly drains a child's balance every single month teaches entirely the wrong lesson. Second, no minimum balance requirement, so the account stays open and healthy even when it only holds a few coins. Third, no minimum opening deposit, or at least a very small one, so you can open the account with whatever your child has saved so far. Fourth, a competitive interest rate. You will need to check current rates directly with your chosen institution because rates change frequently and vary by country, but do ask and do compare. Fifth, and this one is often overlooked, parental monitoring controls. You want to be able to see every transaction, ideally through an app or online portal, so you can review activity with your child regularly and catch anything unexpected. One more practical check before you go. Some banks require you to already be a customer there before they will open an account for your child. It is worth a quick phone call or website check to confirm this in advance, so you're not turned away at the door. Also check whether the account can be opened online or whether an in-person visit is required. Many institutions now offer both options. Either way, the goal is to involve your child in the process as much as possible, which we will come to in just a moment. Now, let's talk about documents. Required paperwork consistently falls into 2 categories. The first is an identity document for your child. A birth certificate or passport are the most widely accepted forms. The second is your own identity as the parent or guardian, a photo ID, and proof of your address. A few practical tips. Bring originals, not photocopies, unless the bank has specifically told you that copies are acceptable. And call ahead if you are unsure, because requirements do vary slightly from one institution to another. Arriving prepared saves everyone time and means the visit stays positive for your child. Here is where things get really interesting. The visit itself. Whether you're going to a branch or sitting together at a computer, this moment is an opportunity that most parents completely miss. Research from Brigham Young University found that children given hands-on opportunities to manage money from a young age are more likely to be financially responsible later in life. The key word is hands-on. So before you go, do a little practice session at home. Teach your child 2 or 3 simple questions they can ask the banker themselves. Something like, how does interest work? How will I know how much money I have? What happens when I put money in? Encourage them to ask at least one question out loud. This is not a performance. It is practice for real life. At the branch, let your child hand over their own document. Let them hear their name read aloud on the account. Let them watch the opening deposit being made. These small physical moments build something that no worksheet or conversation at the kitchen table can fully replicate. A concrete, felt sense that this account belongs to them. If you're completing the process online, sit beside your child, narrate what you are doing as you go, and let them click the final button if it is possible. The goal is participation, not observation. Once the account is open, the lesson is not over. In many ways, it is just beginning. Show your child how to read the balance straight away. Whether that is on a paper receipt, a passbook, or a mobile app, point to the number and say, "That is yours. That is what you have saved." Then do one more thing before you leave or close the laptop. Set a short-term savings goal together. This does not need to be large or complicated. It could be a book they want, a small toy a day out. Write the goal down and put it somewhere they can see it. Revisit the balance together regularly, even once a week, so they can watch the number grow. The University of Wisconsin research also found that younger children can genuinely learn financial concepts, and that learning is linked to improved attitudes and behaviors around money. So do not worry that your 6-year-old is too young to understand. Around age 6, children can grasp the basic idea of what a bank does, that you put money in, the bank keeps it safe, and you can take it out when you need it. By around age 12, children can begin thinking about longer-term financial goals, saving for something months away, or starting to understand how interest adds a small amount to their balance over time. The University of Wisconsin Extension noted that at around this age, children can start setting future financial goals, which is a meaningful developmental shift. So think of the account as something that grows with your child, not just a one-time event. As they get older, around 10 to 12 years old, you can gradually hand over more responsibility. Let them track their own deposits and withdrawals. Let them spot the interest that has been added. Let them be the one to suggest the next savings goal. Throughout all of this, keep the account in a joint or custodial structure so you retain oversight. This is not about distrust. It is about safety and guidance. The goal is to give your child as much visibility and participation as their age and maturity allow, while you stay close enough to catch any mistakes and turn them into learning moments. Let us bring this all together into a simple checklist you can use this week. Step 1. Research 2 or 3 local banks or credit unions and compare them on those 5 features. No monthly fee, no minimum balance, no large opening deposit, a competitive interest rate, and parental monitoring tools. Step 2. Call or check online to confirm whether the bank requires you to be an existing customer and whether the process can be done online or must be done in person. Step 3. Gather your documents, your child's birth certificate or passport, and your own photo ID and proof of address. Bring originals. Step 4. Before the visit, practice 2 or 3 questions your child can ask the banker themselves. Step 5. Involve your child fully in the process. Let them hand over their document, hear their name, and watch the first deposit go in. Step 6. As soon as the account is open, show your child the balance and set a savings goal together. Step 7. Revisit the balance regularly, and as your child grows, hand over more of the responsibility for tracking it. The bank visit is just one afternoon, but the habit of saving, the feeling of ownership, and the understanding that money is something you manage rather than something that just happens to you, those things can last a lifetime. You're not just opening an account, you're opening a door. If this video was helpful, share it with another parent or grandparent who is thinking about doing the same thing. Every family starting point is different, and that is completely fine. What matters is